Good morning to you.
Hello, Dan. How are you?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm just happy, frankly, to do another review. It feels like it feels longer than a week since we've last spoke.
It does feel longer than a week, and that's because this week has lasted for a very long time.
Indeed, it's been one of those weeks, hasn't it?
It has been one of those weeks. But Tommy, nonetheless, it's all good. It's all fine.
Yep.
We've made it to Friday. That's the main thing.
Yep, and we're still in October.
We are still in October. So, Tommy, to review, I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to get you to tell us the name of the film, and
Okay.
then I'm going to play our background sounds.
Okay, great. So the film that I've gone for this week is a childhood favourite of mine that I still love to this day. It's the 2003 fantasy adventure Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Okay, I've heard of this one. As have you. Continue.
I had to let the music start first. It's just so good. But yeah. This film is rated 12A, and it came out in 2003. I remember my dad taking me to see this film at the cinema back in 2003 when I was 8 years old, and as I'm sure you were the same age as well, Dan, because we're both rather old, aren't we?
Same age.
I was already I was already big on Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and the Matrix franchises that were in full swing around that time, and this film added another beloved franchise to that list for me. We'll get to my opinions on the fourth and fifth films, but I want it on record already that I enjoy all three in the original trilogy of Pirates of the Caribbean, starting with the best one, which is this one. So, before this film came out, the only pirate movie experience I can recall is the 1950 Treasure Island film, also distributed for Disney, actually. That film had swashbuckling thrills, the dreaded Black Spot threat, which is a famous threat for pirates, and pirate mutinies galore, but it was only what was capable of the time, of course, because it was 1950. So, as you can imagine, they didn't have great special effects for the time.
No.
But then this film came out in 2003. This film is an upgraded rip-roar adventure with fun characters, a great script full of humour, a to-die-for musical score, which we're currently playing, of course. Oh yeah, so good, isn't it? I love how we had to pause just to enjoy a bit of that. Let me just find where I was.
You paused. I
weren't just pausing. I was orchestrating, weren't I? With my
were.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a die-for musical score and cutting-edge special effects, by the way. Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow is like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine or Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, in that the actor has worked so hard on this character that he is simply to the point of entertaining where you simply cannot imagine anyone else playing the role. His dialogue, his walk, his mannerisms, etc.
Like Matthew Lillard.
Very much so. There's method actors, and then there's what Matthew Lillard did for Shaggy, of course, but that's a whole nother review right there.
Something else.
His dialogue, his walk, his mannerisms, etc. It all forges this one-of-a-kind, hilariously entertaining, swashbuckling character to great effect. Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley are great additions with their soppy love story, which is used with just the right level of corniness throughout. Geoffrey Rush is brilliant as Captain Barbossa in the film, as he is a tremendously cackling villain with a crew of dumb rats who really have a bone to pick with some curse they've got themselves involved in. I hope I'm pronouncing the composer's name correctly. It's Klaus Badelt. He and Hans Zimmer.
My pronunciation's no better, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Please do correct me if I'm wrong, listeners. But yeah, Klaus Badelt and Hans Zimmer, musical extraordinaire. He's done so many film soundtracks, Hans Zimmer. They create a musical score filled with adventure and action that will live on for ages. You could put this music to the footage of a snail moving. And it would still be thrilling.
I'm so trying that.
Oh, you've got to do that. The music is a character in of itself, and I'm glad that follows on through to the next two installments. So to close, this is a lightning in a bottle of an action-adventure film that brings the thrills, sword-fighting brilliance, and the sense that you have not wasted a minute of your time after you reach the end. It does exactly what you expect from a movie of this genre, but exceeds it, particularly with this first movie, which is easily my favourite in the franchise that is now beginning to sadly drop in quality. So, on that note, I'm going to reward Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, 4.5 stars out of 5.
Pretty good
And
rating. I was expecting higher.
Well,
out of you, to
yeah.
be
Well,
honest.
just to cover the the maybe there's confusion as to why I'm reviewing this movie during October, but it's because the pirates are cursed in the film to become skeletons when the moonlight hits them. So that I thought, skeletons. There's a nice little Halloween theme there. So I thought, better time than any to review it for October.
Fair play. Well, Tommy, thank you again for another great review. And of
A
course,
swashbuckling review.
a swashbuckling review. We will have you back on the radio next Friday for the last instalment of October. And don't tell us what's coming up. We want the surprise.
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in my head right now, and like a bad dream, I'm just gonna let it haunt me until next Friday when I get to reveal the final horror-esque movie
I nearly
to talk
haunted
about.
you last night as well, didn't I? At my house, I got this little like tree thing, but in the dark.
Right.
It was so tempting to just come out and spook you because you got here before I did because we were coming home from work, and you were just ringing me like you're not gonna jump out at me or anything.
I was terrified. It was a very dark
You've
place.
given me ideas though. You've given me some ideas. Halloween is just around that corner.
But the good thing is you never know if I'm going to be here late or early or on time, do you? So that's one thing that's very, 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 very open to interpretation.
I'm gonna get like a cardboard cutout of me standing by the front door with the lights on. You're gonna walk up, and then the real me is gonna be dressed up. And I'm gonna go. Whoa!
And then afterwards I'm going to take it home. I need something to throw darts at.
Oh! Well, have a good weekend, Tommy.
You too, Dan. You and your cardboard self.
Yes. Well. Anyway, have a good one. We'll see you next week. And thanks again for another review, Tommy.
No worries.